Hello, fellow gamers. You know, some people call me the Space Cowboy. Some call me the Gangster of Love.
Really?
Some people call me Logan Chops.
Okay, Bob, let's get on with it.
Okay. So for today's preview, we've got for you a game that's coming today to Kickstarter. It's called Treacherous. It's by DNA Games, and it is a game for 2 to 7 players that is full of bluffing, poker, and bullets. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. It's called Treacherous. So here's the prototype for Treacherous by DNA Games. It's coming to Kickstarter here on May 15th. And we're going to go ahead and show you the cards, the setup, and go through a little bit of the gameplay just to get you familiar with it so you're ready to fund it. This game is for 2 to 7 players, and it's kind of like poker. It's a good bluffing game where we got a lot of cards, and we're going to show you everything we have here. So just to start off with some of the basic cards, you have the round cards right here that just keep track of the rounds. It goes from 0 rounds right there all the way up to 9 rounds, because the amount of rounds in the game are going to be however many players you have plus 2. So since this is just me and Gothy playing, we'll have 4 rounds. So we'll be able to take the 9 to 5 round cards, take these out. We'll just have 4 rounds, and then as we end a round, we'll go ahead and count it down: 3 rounds, 2 rounds, and so forth. So go ahead and set those at the end of our tableau here, our little setup area. These cards right here, you've got 4 raise cards you put in the middle because during your turn, you'll possibly be able to place bets to raise. And that it basically happens at the end of the game when there's the reveal. If there's a tie between sets of cards, because it plays like a hand of 3-hand poker, the tie would be determined based on how many of these gems you have on the raise cards for the different suits. We got the green bottle right here, the brown bullet, the red pair of Rocky Horror lips right there, and then this blackish grayish skull right there. Those are the 4 suits in the game. We have our stack of Grifter cards, and Grifters are basically the identities of the characters in the game. There's 2 for each one of them, and they're labeled, as you can see, ace all the way up through 7, because there's possibly 7 players in the game. So they got different things on them. They show you, the symbol right there, just like in a regular poker deck. Got ace, 4. They've got set collection. This actually corresponds to the Lady Luck cards and different abilities. We'll go over those in a minute. And they have a vengeance ability where if you get dismissed from the game, which is basically you get kicked out of the saloon, because that's the basic concept of the game. You're in a saloon. You're playing a round of poker, and there's different stuff that you can do, and then the reveal at the end is whenever you're trying to make the best of 3 cards in a poker hand. But the cards have different abilities, so it kind of works during the game. But if you get dismissed and you actually challenge somebody and actually get back into the game, you'll be able to do this little vengeance ability. You can see they got it on the bottom of here. Like this card is the Gunslinger, and he's got the vengeance ability that you may pay 3 gems to discard your shell casing. That actually comes in handy because whenever you duel somebody, if you're the one that was dismissed and you duel and you get back into the game, you have to take one of these shell casings right here. And if you have a shell casing, you're not able to challenge another player. So that actually helps you get rid of your shell casing. You pay 3 of your gems to get rid of it. See right here, the Undertaker. He's got the 4 right there, and his vengeance ability: dismiss the player that dismissed you. So be able to do that. That's awesome. Let me go ahead and give these guys a little shuffle up. All the Grifters have different abilities. There's 2 of each Grifter in the deck, so it's possible for people to have the same Grifter. So I put those face down right here, and then we also have these Lady Luck cards over here. And the Lady Luck cards are the basis of the game. They're what you're going to make your hand of of poker from. And everybody starts off with 3, and they start off with 1 grifter. We'll pass this out in a minute. But you can see it's got your symbol up there, your card ranking right there. So this is the ace. That's got the ability cancels high noon, and it's got that set symbol over here, as you can see. So this cancels a high noon. We'll get to what that means in a minute. You can see this one right here is the 4. It's got the set collection symbol of a bullet. It says gain 1 gem when a player is eliminated. And they've all got different abilities. You can see the suit symbol is actually right there in the middle. The lips. You got the skull. You know, another pair of lips. Let's get to the bullet right there. So these all correspond to those set symbols right here, as you can see. So we have gems on the table. Where you see we've got the small gems. Gothy, if you would show them while I'm shuffling this up. We've got these small gems right there that are worth just 1 gem. We've got a big pile of them right there. And then we've got a smaller pile of the big gems, where they're basically worth 5 gems. So everybody starts out the game with 5 of these small gems. So if you go ahead and get those for us, Gothy.
Fine.
Yep. And they start off with 3 lucky lady cards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or, sorry, 3 lady luck cards. I don't know if I said lucky lady. 3 lady luck cards, and then 1 grifter card.
Sorry.
1 grifter card. She's throwing gems at me.
A little squirrely there.
No, we don't start off with big gem. We just start off with the 5 small gems.
I want a big gem.
No. I'm pretty sure it's 5 small gems. Let me go check the rule book. I want to make sure everybody's got the right amount of gems. I don't want to say the wrong one. Oh, we do start off with a large gem. Yeah, 1 large gem and 5 small gems.
See?
Sorry about that. I know. You know better than I do sometimes. So go ahead and keep my cards secret right there. The first player takes the shot glass right here. It's nice, nice shot glass. That's nice. That comes with the game.
Too bad it's empty.
Yeah, too bad it's empty. I don't know if you want to use it during your game to take a shot if you're first player or not. So, yes. 2 more things to go over. We have our dueling dice right here. Oh, I'm just knocking stuff over.
Whoa.
You can see... Whoa, okay, shell casings. Stay, don't shoot me. I shot the sheriff. But we have dueling dice right here. So usually whenever you're having to duel somebody, you're going to roll these green dice. And this is a prototype, so they just got little circles on them. So this green dice right here, 5 of the sides are blank, and it's just got the 1 little circle, but it basically counts as a bullet. It's this one, the pip right here. The green dice only have 1 on one side. The yellow dice have 2. And the other 4 sides are blank. And the red dice have 3 of them on there, and the other 3 sides are empty. And what these are used for is when you're the green and the red are used for when you're dueling. Some of the grifters actually use the red die, but you usually use a green die whenever you're dueling. The yellow dice are used during your turn if you want to perform a second action, which we're going to get to in a minute, and I'll explain that more then. But everybody has their character card right here that they use to cover it up. The game comes with 7 of them. There's the other side. It's what everybody sees. You're sitting at the table and they're looking at you. Put that towards the game. But you have all the cards in the game right here on your character sheet. So you can see when I was showing you the gunslinger before, right there. You gotta show the gunslinger. He's got a different ability, if you would like, which that little green symbol right there means to reveal him. If you reveal him, his quick draw shows you roll a red die during the duels. And these abilities down here in the red cards right here are all the Lady Luck abilities of the cards in the stack right there that we just got done dealing out. And then these second abilities right here, the yellow ones here, these are all special abilities that you can play. Because this game is full of bluffing, as you'll see. Where you, during your turn, you can take 2 actions. You can take either 2 standard actions, which I'll list them off. There's 4 of the standard actions. So you can take 2 of those. Or you can take 1 standard action and then a card action. When you take a card action, you basically say what you want to do. One of the Lady Luck cards that are down here, one of the abilities. Or you could say one of the second abilities, or you could say one of the Grifter abilities. And then, even if you don't have that card in your hand, you're basically bluffing to the other player. But you say you want to do that ability. And then the other player can challenge you if they think that you don't actually have that card. And if you show the card, then they get dismissed. So it's kind of, there's 7 different characters, 3 different abilities you could possibly have. So that's 21 different possibilities, and they got to guess whether you have them or not. Now, for those secondary abilities, you can say you want to do those, but if you're challenged, you have to be able to show not only the Grifter card, but you also have to be able to show the Lady Luck card, or else it's not truthful. Then they call your bluff. So, like, if I want to do this bow out and say, you may fold during the reveal to collect 5 gems from the pot, because there'll be some antes into the pot there. If I say that and Gothy goes, no, I challenge that, I don't think you have that, I'd have to show the Preacher Grifter card, and I would also have to show the red 3 that is, if you have no ante, pay 1 gem, and the richest player pays 1 gem. I'd have to show both of those cards to prove that truthful, and then be able to bow out, and Gothy would get dismissed for challenging me. So, standard actions. Let's go ahead and get to those, and then we'll start to play. So, for your standard actions, number 1 is income. Income means you take 1 gem from the bank, and you add it to your collection of gems. I'm going to put mine in front of my character sheet so everybody can see. So that's pretty basic. You just take 1 gem from the bank, place it with the rest of your gems. You have a raise, which is you could take 1 of your gems and place it on one of the 4 raise cards over here if I wanted to. Let's say my hand looked good for a straight of the brown bullets from what I had. And at the end of the game, I want to make sure that I'm going to win any ties. I could go ahead and place that there so that it would go towards a tiebreaker when we look at that. Oh, okay, the brown bullet is more than anybody else, so I'm going to win that straight. You can do the Identity Crisis standard action, which is where you take your Grifter card, you go ahead and draw a second Grifter card, and then you get to choose between those 2 which one you want to keep, put that back into your hand, and shuffle the other one into the Grifter pile, because there is no discard piles in this game. You'd shuffle it back into the Grifter. Or you can do the handcrafting action, which is where I'd go ahead and pick one of my 3 Lady Luck cards. Let's say I picked this one. I'm not going to show what it is so Gothy doesn't know. But I picked this one, okay. And I would temporarily discard it, just place it there, draw another one, put it in my hand, and then shuffle this one back into the Lady Luck deck. It's a good way to get that deck messed up and everything. And anytime you actually have to reveal a card or you draw cards, you have to discard down to 3 Lady Luck cards, because you should always only have 1 Grifter and 3 Lady Luck cards in your hand. And you'll see that during our gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and start out. Let me put these extra round cards back into the box. A really nice wooden box that they provide this game in. Take a sip of my coffee to make sure I'm not dry mouth and coughing everywhere. And we'll go ahead and start the round. At the beginning of the round, whoever's the first player has to ante to the pot. And this will be our pot right here in this dark spot in front of the raise cards. In a 2 or 3 player game, the first player only has to ante 1 gem. In a 4 to 7 player game, whoever's the first player would have to ante 2 gems to the pot. So it's going to get bigger as we play along, and then when we reveal the cards, whoever wins gains all the gems in the pot that go along with their gems, and that's basically to determine who wins. Whoever has the most amount of gems at the end of the game wins. So even eliminated players, they still keep their cards after they've been eliminated, because it's possible for them to win if they had the most gems, and at the end of the game, after the reveal, they still have the most gems. The eliminated player could win the game. So let's go ahead and start out. So I will go ahead and ante to the pot 1 gem, and then I'll get the pick. Now, if I forgot to mention earlier, I did mention you get 2 standard actions, or you can do 1 standard action and 1 card action, where you state what's on the card, and then the other and bluff, or possibly be telling the truth, depending. But if you do choose to do 2 standard actions, the first one is free. You don't have to do anything. The second action, though, is not free. On the second action, you have to roll the yellow die that has the 2 pips on it. And if one of the pips comes up, you have to pay the bank 1 gem. And then you still get to do the option. But there's a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to have to actually pay the bank to do that action. You know, it's a 2 in 3 odds that you're not going to. So I like those odds. So let's go ahead and see what I'm going to do. I think for my first one, my free standard action, I'm going to go ahead and choose the income action and go ahead and take one of these gems and put it. That way I'm back to 10 gems since I had the ante this turn. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these actions here. And let me see. I'm going to take a card action. I'm going to go, let's say, I'm going to do the card action. Let me see where it is on the card. Right here for the Saloon Girl, where it says, draw up to 2 Lady Luck cards. If I draw 2, each other player gets to draw 1. So I'm going to take that card action. So I state that I'm taking that card action. And then Gothy has a chance to challenge me if she would like to do that.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so she says it's fine. She's basically saying that she believes I have that card, and, you know, that I can do it. So she says that I don't have to reveal the card or anything. I can draw up to 2 Lady Luck cards, and then if I choose to draw 2, she'll get to draw 1. So, but I'm only going to draw 1. I'm not going to draw those 2 because I don't want my opponent being able to draw any other cards. So now I actually have 4 Lady Luck cards in my hand. So I actually have to discard one of them. And remember, it's not really a discard. It just gets shuffled. Yeah, Gothy, go ahead and shuffle those there. So while she's shuffling, basically my turn is over. So after she's done shuffling, play will pass to Gothy, and she'll be able to take her actions.
Okay, I'm gonna take one.
Okay, so she's doing the income action to grab a gem,
and then I'm going to discard 1 to draw 1.
Okay, she's doing the handcrafting action. So, but before, hold on, go ahead. Just put the card back on top of there.
Sorry,
second action, she has to roll one of the yellow dice first. It came up as a blank, so she doesn't have to pay the gem before she does it. So she takes her card, adds it to her hand, and shuffles the Lady Luck card that she was discarding into the deck. I know it's the only time you roll that die, so it's kind of easy to forget. But yeah, your first standard action is free. Your second standard action, you have to roll the die. Now, if your second one's a card action, you don't have to roll the die, like on my turn. Okay, so that basically ends the round, and we'll go ahead and advance it. So the first player, go ahead. We pass the first player shot glass over to Gothy. We take our rounds. We'll go ahead and go from 4 rounds down to 3, descending the rounds. And it will be Gothy, so she'll have to pay the ante of 1 gem to the pot. And also, just wanted to note that some of these abilities actually can happen on other people's turns, or can happen before your turn, so they don't count towards your actions. Like you see this one with the preacher right there. It says if you have to ante, pay 1 gem, and the richest player pays 1 gem. So if Gothy wanted to, she could have said that at the beginning. She just say, I have the 3. Since I have to ante, I'm going to pay 1 gem, and then the richest player, let's say we had more people at the table and somebody had like 20 gems, the richest player has to pay 1 also. And somebody could challenge her then, during the ante round, before the round even really begins. So pay attention to the abilities that are on the cards, is part of the game, being able to bluff and see what people are doing. Okay, go ahead, Gothy. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Just want to make sure all our viewers know how to play.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
And
So I'm gonna do the income.
alright, just taking the income action to take a gem from the bank.
I'm gonna do a card action.
Oh, okay. Card action.
I'm going to draw up 2 cards. Or draw up to 2 cards.
Mhm.
And if I do, you get to draw 1.
Okay, so she's doing the same one that I did before, which is the number 2. She's saying she has that card. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to challenge that because I don't think you have that card. So I'm gonna challenge.
Wow.
Nope. So she reveals that she actually does have that card. So that means I get dismissed. So I am basically pushed away from the table. I'm kicked out of the saloon. I am no longer in the game. I'm just sitting outside alone, but I have a chance to do so. I can challenge. I can duel Gothy to get back in. So let me look at my cards real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and go to a duel. So when a player is dismissed, I'm reading right here from the thing. Well, first off, since Gothy dismissed me, she gets 5 gems from the bank. So she will take that 5 gem whenever you're able to dismiss a player. And so when a player is dismissed, they have to reveal their Grifter card and may challenge the player who eliminated them to the duel, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and reveal my Grifter card. It is the Undertaker. Dun, dun, dun. Right there. Going to reveal it. I'll set it next to my gem so everybody can see it. And I am going to be able to duel Gothy. And dueling. So whenever we duel, we both grab one of these green dice. So Gothy will grab one. I'll grab one. But before that, I have to actually pay money to be able to duel Gothy. I have to pay $5 gems to the bank. And then I've got to put these 2 over here to the side. Not in the pot, but I got to put them up there. Because if I end up winning the duel, I'll get my 2 gems back and I'll get one of the shell casings. If I don't win the duel, Gothy will actually get those 2 gems and I'm eliminated from the game. Now, when we're rolling these, basically the green dice, it's the first person to get one of the pips is the winner. And you don't have to wait for the other player to go. You just start rolling, and we'll see who gets it first.
Ha.
Oh, Gothy actually got it. Oh, she shot me down.
Finger guns.
Oh, finger guns. So this was a short game. So Gothy gets these 2 gems of mine to add to her game. And I'm out now. So my character sheet gets put face down over top of my cards. My Grifter's out here. And that's it, basically.
Can I do this?
Can you do what? What are you doing? No, not the
it says take out the trash. Take 4 gems from the bank when a player is eliminated.
Take out the trash. Yeah, you don't have to show the green card. Just the
I'm
Grifter.
just learning. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it takes you 4 gems from the bank when a player is eliminated. Yes, you can, because that is the Grifter's ability you can see on the character sheet. So she would reveal the Grifter and be like, okay, let's take it 4 gems. But then you have to shuffle the Grifter back in there and pull another Grifter.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and shuffle that.
I win.
And then, yeah, basically, you might win. You could still go on with the game. She'd be playing basically by herself. I don't have a way back in, but my gems still count, even though I only have 3 at the end of the game. I might be able to come back because I think I still get to reveal my cards. Let me check the rules real quick because we haven't had this situation in the middle of a game. Go ahead and get your Grifter. There we go. I'll put those back over there. Short game. Let me check that. Let's say the limited player. Yeah, the game now proceeds without the eliminated player. Yep. Does the eliminated player get to actually show that? Yeah, final round, play other gems, any combination. I'm not sure if I get to reveal my cards. Okay, let's just go ahead because I gotta prove it. So that's the pot right there. I've got these.
You're dead already.
I'm dead, I know, but okay.
Just deal with it.
So let's go ahead. You want to play out the next couple rounds, or you just want to cut to the end? I think we're just gonna cut to the end.
I'll show my hand.
You're gonna cut to the end. Okay, let's say this is the reveal. Let's go ahead and fast forward rounds. round 1, so now we're on round 0, so it's time for the reveal. In the reveal, everybody goes ahead and shows that they... Well, first, you can only... Everybody gets a chance, so you check who has the least amount of gems. I've got 3.
I got a bunch.
And Gothy has a lot. So everybody gets a chance, starting from the highest gem player, to place an amount of gems on these raise cards first. But they can only put the amount that the person with the least amount of gems, up to that amount of gems on there. So since I have 3, Gothy can only place up to 3 gems anywhere on these raise cards to try to work with stuff. So she's going to go there, then place 3 gems on the green one. And then it goes in clockwise order, or descending order of who has the most gems. So I'm actually going to I'm going to place 1 here. You know what, I'm just going to keep it. Anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So it continues that everybody places their rules, and nobody's penalized for not raising. It's okay. It's just those gems don't count towards your total at the end of the game. So now everybody reveals their Grifter and Lady Luck cards and adds any modifiers or anything they have. So some characters, like the mayor right here, says if you have that Grifter, he's worth 7 gems at the end of the game, and different stuff like that. Well, mine is already right here because I was eliminated. He doesn't have any end of the game. So okay, so you got him again. Yay!
You shuffled.
Okay. So the Undertaker. So let's see what Gothy has. Gothy has a straight. She's got a skull 2, and then 2 of the green bottle 3s and 4s. So she's got a straight, not a straight flush, almost a straight flush. And this is the best of 3 hands. So first it would go high card, then a pair, then a 3 of a kind if you had them, then a straight, then a flush, then a straight flush. And that's the highest you can get. So she's got a straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and reveal mine. Well, my Grifter's already there. But do I have anything that lets me gain gems? Anything like that? No. So I'll go ahead and reveal my hand right there.
No!
Which is a straight flush.
You died, so it doesn't count.
So I win. I might be dead, but it looks like I win the pot. My straight flush. And now let's see if we had both had just a simple straight, say my 4 right here wasn't a bullet, say it was something different. So we both just had, or it was a different color, let's say it was the lips, and we both had just a regular straight. We would look to these raise cards to see which one which one would break the tie. It usually just happens in a flush because of the suits, but you can use it too as a tiebreaker anyway. She has 2 more green cards than I have, so she would win between the straight. Or we would split the pot. In this case, I have the straight flush thing, so I win the pot.
I still have more money than you.
Yes. And then everybody, after that's done, any ties or the pot split, this and that, you go ahead and look at who has the most gems. I have 5. How many gems do you have?
19.
Gothy has 19 gems. So Gothy technically wins the game.
Again.
Another game for Gothy. Congratulations. So, yeah, finger guns. I got a repeater finger gun. So let's go ahead and get to the review. Throw some shells at you. So as you can see from the gameplay, that Treacherous is it's a really great take on poker with bluffing aspects and the bullets and bumping people out, dismissing them, getting back in, being able to get back in, eliminating players with the gems and everything. It's a really good game. It was really fun. We played it a couple times since we got the prototype. Unfortunately, we got to send it back. I'd like to play it a couple more times, but yeah. But it's a really great game. It's coming to Kickstarter. So go ahead and make sure you stay tuned to our channel. So when we post it up, we'll give you a link in the description whenever the Kickstarter goes live. It's Treacherous by DNA Games. I'd say go ahead and check it out. Logan Chops for Logan Chops Reviews. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And go ahead and make sure you check out our sponsors. The links are in the description below also. And we'll see you next time on Logan Chops Reviews. Thanks for watching. Some people call me the Space Cowboy. Yeah.